Welcome to Minutes Audiobook. Today we gonna see When You Came Into My Life by Blanca, more released at 2009. Book Summary Chapter Wise for You. Introduction. When You Came Into My Life by Blanca Moore is a contemporary romantic novel that blends emotional storytelling with real-life scenarios. It follows the journey of two characters, Zoya and Samir, who, despite coming from very different worlds, cross paths in a way that transforms their lives. Their relationship isn't just about romance, it's about the understanding, growth, and change they experience together. Chapter 1: A Glimpse of Zoya's Life. The novel begins by introducing Zoya, a young, ambitious woman living in the hustle and bustle of a fast-paced city. She's independent, focused on her career, and dedicated to building a successful future. However, Zoya feels something is missing in her life: the sense of connection, love, and warmth. Despite having friends and a strong support system, she's unable to shake off the feeling of loneliness that lingers beneath the surface. The reader is introduced to her backstory, a family dynamic that is somewhat strained, with past heartbreaks and emotional baggage. Zoya's vulnerability becomes clear, setting the stage for the emotional depth that the story will carry. Chapter 2: Samir's Introduction. This chapter shifts focus to Samir, a man whose life appears to be much more relaxed compared to Zoya's intense and driven lifestyle. Samir is charming, with a caring nature, but he too has his own struggles that affect his relationships. He's recently moved to the city for a new job and is trying to adjust to this fresh start. Unlike Zoya, Samir is more in tune with his emotions, but he still holds back from committing fully to people, especially when it comes to love. Samir's entry into Zoya's life occurs unexpectedly when their paths cross during a professional event. This first encounter sparks something inside both of them, an instant, yet subtle connection. Chapter 3: The Unlikely Encounter. Zoya and Samir's first interaction is casual yet significant. Both characters are introduced to one another in a professional setting, where their immediate chemistry is hard to ignore. They are both intrigued by the other's personality, but Zoya remains reserved, unwilling to delve into personal conversations. Samir, on the other hand, finds himself drawn to her energy and independence. Their meeting is brief, but it leaves a lasting impression. Zoya's internal struggle begins here as she wonders whether Samir is someone who could fit into her well-structured life, or if he would be just another fleeting distraction. Chapter 4: Sparks Fly. This chapter delves deeper into their growing relationship. Samir, though understanding of Zoya's hesitations, continues to pursue her, albeit in a gentle, non-pressuring way. Zoya's defenses start to break down as she begins to trust him more. Samir opens up about his own past, revealing layers of vulnerability that resonate with Zoya. Both characters learn more about each other's emotional needs, desires, and fears. Their bond deepens with every conversation, as they share intimate moments where they begin to question their own beliefs about love and relationships. Chapter 5: Conflicted Hearts. Zoya begins to realize she's falling for Samir, but her self-imposed barriers are hard to dismantle. She's scared to allow someone to get too close, fearing the heartbreak and disappointment she's experienced before. Meanwhile, Samir is caught in a dilemma of his own. He's fallen for Zoya, but he knows she's not ready to commit fully. The push and pull between the two is evident in this chapter as they navigate their emotions. Samir starts pulling away, giving Zoya the space she thinks she needs, but this only deepens her internal conflict. She wants him, but is afraid of losing control of her life. Chapter 6: The Breakthrough. Zoya faces a turning point in this chapter. Her work-life imbalance and emotional struggles begin to take a toll on her health and well-being. After a breakdown, Zoya realizes she cannot continue living with this constant emotional barricade. She reaches out to Samir, deciding to confront her feelings head-on. Samir, who has been waiting for this moment, offers his unwavering support. This chapter marks a major breakthrough in their relationship as Zoya lets down her walls and fully embraces the idea of love and connection. Chapter 7: The Relationship Deepens. After the breakthrough, Zoya and Samir's relationship evolves. They begin to spend more time together, learning to communicate better and trusting each other. Samir encourages Zoya to find a better balance between her career and personal life, while Zoya helps him confront some of his own emotional baggage. This chapter is about growth, both individually and as a couple. They face new challenges, but their bond becomes stronger, deeper, and more genuine with each passing day. It's no longer just about the thrill of new love, but about understanding, compromise, and emotional intimacy. Chapter 8: The Roadblocks. Every relationship has its challenges, and this chapter focuses on the external factors that threaten to pull Zoya and Samir apart. Misunderstandings, work pressures, and family expectations begin to create friction in their relationship. Zoya's past resurfaces, bringing back old fears and insecurities. Samir, who has always been open and patient, now feels frustrated with Zoya's reluctance to open up completely. They face several tests of trust, loyalty, and communication, and it becomes clear that they need to confront these issues if they want to move forward together. Chapter 9: The Reunion. In this chapter, the tension that has built up throughout the novel finally comes to a head. After a period of distance, Zoya and Samir realize that their love for each other is worth fighting for. They come to terms with their pasts, acknowledging the scars they've carried and the growth they've experienced individually. Zoya, in particular, learns to embrace vulnerability and accept love without fear. Samir, on the other hand, learns that he needs to allow room for emotional depth in his relationships. Their reunion marks a significant moment of maturity in their relationship, as they take their first steps toward building a future together. Chapter 10: The Promise. The final chapter sees Zoya and Samir looking ahead with hope and optimism. They've faced their fears, resolved their misunderstandings, and learned the importance of love and connection in a fulfilling life. They commit to making their relationship work, despite the inevitable ups and downs of life. The novel closes on a positive note, with Zoya and Samir embracing the promise of a shared future filled with love, support, and happiness. Themes: love and vulnerability. The novel explores how both characters learn to open up and embrace love, despite their past heartbreaks. Self-discovery and growth. The book emphasizes how personal growth plays a pivotal role in healthy relationships. Zoya and Samir both evolve individually, which strengthens their bond. The power of communication. Misunderstandings and communication gaps are central obstacles in the story, highlighting how important it is to express one's emotions openly. Healing from the past. The characters' journeys towards healing from their pasts play a major role in their transformation and relationship dynamics. Conclusion. When You Came Into My Life is a heartfelt exploration of love, self-discovery, and healing. Zoya and Samir's story serves as a reminder that relationships are not just about finding love, but about growing together, overcoming challenges, and learning to embrace vulnerability. The novel ends on a hopeful note, with the promise of a future that's bright and filled with possibilities. Thank you for watching. Please support for more video. Hit the like and comment